All right, chat. Listen, bro. It's time. We did another tier list. I've run out of content. I've run out of juice. I've run out of ranked matches to play for today. I've run out of a duo. So we come to ourselves the Deadlock tier list, where we LARP for an hour, farm content, farm views, and this is what we do with our life. All right, bro. Abrams, S tier. Okay, this is. I'll probably do a matchmaking tier list, huh, chat? I'm not gonna lie. Abrams in matchmaking is like A tier or something. He's like, he's okay. He's just like, I don't know what it is, chat, but I can never carry a game on Abrams. It might be like skill issue, but I just like don't have the ability to carry, bro. I feel like Spirit Abrams has the ability to carry, but if you play like the gun ult build, it's like so difficult to get gold, I think. He just does no damage. Like he's like all stuns and all like he's just like a CC bot, but his CC is so OP. He also guarantees the mid boss. If you have max ult like Abrams, it's like literally guaranteed mid boss is so good. But he just doesn't do a lot of damage, bro. It's hard. It's like really hard to like fight somebody. He doesn't have like that 1v1 ability anymore. Chat. I don't know. Abrams just like lost the ability to like 1v1 somebody, which means he just like isn't able to like hard carry. Like you can stun some guy in front of your carry and hope your carry kills him, but if your team sucks, like Abrams sucks too. He like his like lane is lackluster. His mid game is okay if you hit the pin, but sometimes people like I'm not gonna lie, people have gotten pretty good at like slippery, like being slippery around the pin. Like pin is like a hard ability to hit nowadays, to be honest. Can't gun Abrams 1v1? Not really. Like if they're like 1,000 HP, he can 1v1, but once like imagine like Abram like 1v1 somebody that has more than like 1,500 health. Like your like pin punch does like 800, and then like the bullets after do like 100 damage. And you have like 9 bullets. And it like it's not enough, to be honest. But I mean he is really good, like in general. If this is like a comp, he'd be S tier, but I can never carry a game on him, to be honest. My games this season where I've lost is like all due to just like playing Abrams. Apollo. I'm pretty sure Apollo is like S tier, bro. He's like so Thanos. I list characters in their tiers if they're good in the early game, mid game, and late game. Like Apollo in the early and mid game is probably the best hero in the game. Late game he like falls off a little bit, but honestly, as long as you like play the fights correctly and like repost the right targets, I'm pretty sure you can still like hard carry a fight. Like the meta right now is like pretty squishy. Like the tanky guys aren't like that crazy strong, and like you as Apollo are like really good at isolating the squishy targets because you have like such high mobility. It's like really strong, I think, still. And his ultimate is actually really good, chat. If you like execute somebody with your max ult at half HP, they're like guaranteed dead. It's like he's actually really good. He's just hard. Like people think Apollo's easy, but like in reality, he's actually like really mechanically difficult. Like you have to hit all your stabs. You have to know how to stab. It's extremely like position intensive, and like he's actually really difficult, like harder than people think. He's really good, Apollo. Really strong. His early game is unmatched. Like once you get that max 3, you're the strongest hero in the game by far. There's like nobody in the game that can contest you. You heal like 1,000 HP just by existing. It's really good. Bebop. I don't know what happened to Bebop, chat. Like at the start of the season, I felt Bebop was so OP, but as like time continues, people are starting to play like all these heroes that Bebop just don't work against. Like Celeste, Mina, who just like fly around you. Like you have to hit like the craziest skill shot. Like I don't know, and then like he just I don't know where his damage went. Like where did all of Bebop's damage go? I swear I used to hook somebody and just one shot them, but now it's like you hook somebody and you're just like tickling them. I swear it's because people are like starting to go Spirit Spike on him. This shit is just not good. But you know, he's still like B tier maybe. Like he's strong if you're really good at him, but most of the time he's just like a body that dies. I was seeing some guy play Max Bomb on the 2 for the debuff resist and the move speed, and honestly it might not be bad, but I don't know. I'm like pretty good at Bebop, and I don't even want to play him anymore because I feel like if I play him I'll just lose. Billy nerfs were pretty, like, nothing, I think. He just gave him a different build. I think Billy is still really strong. He's just, like, not... Like, the same thing with Abrams, Billy has the same problem where, like, his early game is so weak that you cannot carry a game, bro. In ranked, you need to have the ability to carry every single stage of the game. And if you can't do that, I'm not gonna let your heroes, like, at max A tier. In ranked, anyway. in ranked anyway. And I'm pretty sure in comp it's the same thing. But Abrams is better than Billy. But Billy is like, he does a shit ton of damage and he has like decent CC. But like over time, you really need like you really need a support for this hero. I'm not gonna lie. The more I play Billy, the more I realize if I don't have a support, Billy is like literally impossible. He just takes so much damage. And he doesn't have the burst damage that he used to have anymore. So Crayon's climb was ethical? No, Crayon was playing pre-nerf Billy. Pre-nerf Billy was like literally the best hero in the game. But like now Billy is more like, he's still really strong and probably one of the most OP heroes in the game, but his lane is just so fucking buns, bro. Like, you just can't be an S tier hero if your lane is fucking buns. And his lane is legit the epitome of buns. Like, he is a pair of, like, he's some ass. He's straight ass in the laning phase. And if you can't get your lane off and you can't get your spikes on Billy, you're just not a hero, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, Billy needs so much gold to be online. Like, if you're not one of the sole leaders of the lobby as Billy, Billy's not gonna produce results because he just doesn't do damage anymore. Like, he doesn't have that free, like, 7% max HP fucking hit anymore. You have to have like the items to actually do damage. Like, you have to have your spear snatch. You have to have your tank buster. You have to have your you have to have your items to do damage, which means that you need to have gold. But a hero like Billy, whose lane is so fucking ass, just is difficult to produce a good gold game. Calico, she's pretty good. I think Calico in ranked is better than these two because, again, like, Calico is another hero that does excel at every stage of the game. But the problem is Calico is like a combo character. Like, she's like a cooldown combo character where you have to hit your entire combo to be able to kill somebody. And even then, there's a lot of items the enemy can buy to prevent you from killing them. Like, you have to hit every Gloom Bomb, your 2, your ult, and then off your ult recast, you have to hit every Gloom Bomb again and your 2 again to barely kill somebody. So, like, if you're like the sole carry of the game, Calico will not be able to produce a win because of the fact that she can only combo one person. Like, Calico's ability to spread damage everywhere is like minimal. Like, she can target one guy and eliminate that one guy in a fight, but then she has her ult cooldown for like 30 seconds or however long it is, and it's just like not like a hard carry. Like, she doesn't have the consistent damage in a fight to produce a win consistently. She can kill somebody and assassinate somebody really fast, but like once your ult is gone and you like use your recast, you kind of have to like wait and cat, and you have to like depend on your team. And that's like the problem with Calico as your soul leader. She can only combo one guy, maybe 2 guys max. And like, if your team is bad and they like lose while you're like killing that guy, or like they all like whatever, like, you're not gonna be able to carry the fight. Like, she just doesn't have enough damage. And also her abilities are hard to hit. Like, it's hard to consistently hit Calico abilities, like her Gloom Bombs. Sure. But Calico's good. Calico's actually really strong. That's a spirit version of Calico. I have a theory that gun Calico is really OP, but I haven't tested my theory yet because I haven't even played it, to be honest. And then Celeste, she's still S tier. She's like her early. So Celeste is the one exception to the rule of being strong at every stage in the game, because honestly, like, her lane is not strong, but it's not weak either. It just depends on your skill order. Like, right now on Celeste, I do points into my radiant daggers. Like, I'll do 2 points radiant daggers, and if you hit them, they're really strong. Like, if you're able, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but the spirit amp on Celeste lasts for 30 seconds. So you can refresh it like at like 29 seconds. If you're able to hit a radiant dagger, you can refresh it, and you can have like infinite stacks in lane. And honestly, it's like not that bad. Like, if Celeste, you can like trade into your stacks. And then like, if you get like radiant daggers do a lot of damage in general. They do like, they clear the wave well, and they do a lot of damage to the enemies if they hit. It's just they're difficult to hit. Like, they're actually really hard to hit. And then like, obviously, like, her movements and everything in early game makes her hard to kill in lane. So as long as you like play smart and make it out of the laning phase, Celeste, if you know what you're doing, should be like a damn near guaranteed win. She's like a frontline carry, DPS, everything. She just has it all, to be honest. The main thing about her is she's just so tanky, and she just absorbs so many cooldowns while being able to do damage. Like, her radiant dagger ability is probably her like most, like, obviously the ball is OP, like the Shining Wonder, but in general, like, the reason why she's so strong right now is because while you're fighting and while you're taking damage, you can cast your radiant daggers, and it's just like an AoE around yourself that does damage. And then in general, she's difficult. Like, I will say Celeste is really difficult, and the biggest tip I have for Celeste is you have to hit your 3. Like, if you're able to connect your 3, it'll be like the difference between you being strong and weak. That amp is like you really need to be amped. Celeste with no amp doesn't really do too much. It's how you make your light eater actually do damage. It's also how you have fire rate for your light eater. So in fights, you need to really hit your amp. And I mean, I use Instacast for her amp, but I don't know. The skill gap in Celeste is like the movements and the radiant daggers. Like everything else is pretty brain dead. As long as you don't whiff your ball and like use your shield when you're taking damage, everything else is really brain dead. Her like huge skill gap is just the radiant daggers, and even then they're like a huge AOE circle, so it's not that bad. And then Doorman's S tier. I haven't played Doorman a lot, but because like I'm not gonna lie, Doorman is like hard to get a lot of gold on. Because it's just difficult. You want to always be doing plays with your team, so it's always hard for you to farm. Like Doorman is like I don't know how to explain it. He's like an off support, like hard. He's just, like you as Doorman, when you're playing Doorman, you want to always be like involved with your teammates and playing objectives and trying to support them with your door because your door is so strong. But that also like creates like a gold gap in your like net because you're just not getting gold. Like Doorman is like not like farming waves and he's not farming jungle. He's like more around like running around with doors trying to help his teammates. But honestly, like it doesn't even matter, to be honest. His like door ability is so OP, and I'm pretty sure the better people are getting at Doorman, the better they're getting at the kidnap aspect. And the kidnap aspect is genuinely probably one of the most OP things that wasn't tapped into by Doormans in a while. Like in pro play right now, Doorman, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that like goes for kidnap plays on Doorman. But like it's so easy. Like genuinely, like if you watch like Joe Chuck play like one time, you'll like easily learn how to like kidnap people, and it's so broken. Like if you're able to just send some guy into your team across the map, like that kidnap nerfs they did were so LARP because you can make doors where they're stunned still and they're stunned by the walker at the same time. It kind of didn't really do anything, but he just does that. Like, you know, every tier list I make, Doorman has been at the top for the past like 5 months because he's just so OP. Joe Chuck converted you? That's not true. I did say, like, Joe Chuck, I realized if Joe Chuck is winning games with less than 10,000 damage in 30 minutes, this kidnap shit is just OP. So if you, like, combine the kidnap plus the damage together, you have, like, the ultimate Deadlock hero, really. Yeah, Vortex Web is probably his best item because it just guarantees the kidnap. And then, like, despite, like, if we look at the Deadlock wiki... Deadlock wiki Doorman. And like if we look at the Deadlock wiki and we look at the Doorman chat, he has the most change logs out of literally everybody in the game. Like if we look here, look for the past literally fucking like 4 months, he's been nerfed a billion. Look at this. Since March when I made the Doorman like popular, like the Doorman spirit build, he's literally been nerfed every single patch. Look, in March he got nerfed 5 times and he's still so broken. It's actually insane. Like April nerfed twice, May nerfed once, June nerfed twice, July nerfed 3 times, August nerfed, and he's still the best hero in the game basically. It's actually crazy. Like Doorman itself in Deadlock, he is like lore accurate. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty he's the best, bro. He's pretty strong. No, I mean, Joe Chuck just likes playing like the kidnap, but Drifter, okay, Drifter, like Calico, Drifter, unlike Calico, has low cooldowns. Drifter is like the better version of Calico, in my opinion, chat. He doesn't have like as fast as rotates because of the cat, and he doesn't have like the access to the tunnels. But in terms of like what they both do, I'm pretty sure Drifter's like equal. Calico might be a little bit better because Calico has like access to the tunnels, but Drifter is also fucking OP. Like, they are just, like, assassins. As long as you, like, play them like how they're supposed to be played, assassins. Like, Drifter is an assassin. Assassins are squishy, and they want to come in to assassinate. They don't want to come in and tank all the damage and die instantly, right? You have to view Drifter not as a, like, brawling frontline, but more of, like, an assassin. Because if you play him as, like, a brawler type of guy where you run in, you try to fight the enemies, you're just going to die. Because Drifter has no survivability. Like, he has no abilities for himself, really, besides his ultimate. But even then, they can, like, chase you through the ultimate. So you have to, like, play it like an assassin. You have to pick out a weak target, like the enemy's support, or, like, the enemy's, like, carry if they're low. And you have to come in with your Ren and just one-shot them. And you just have to, like, play to do that. You have to constantly be, like, going invisible with Veilwalker. He has, like, a weird, like, gameplay loop of, like, going invisible, tagging the enemy with your 2, rending, and then like running away immediately, and then like it's just like rinse and repeat. But what you do not want to do on Drifter is you do not want to be the first or the second one in. You want to be like the third or the fourth. I think that's my best tip with Drifter. Like the biggest problem with a lot of Drifters is they'll be like the first engage. Like, you can like look for a stalker's mark onto an enemy, but usually if your teammates aren't going in, you shouldn't take that stalker's mark because you're just gonna die instantly. Like, you're gonna use your rend and the enemy team is gonna dump CC into you and you're gonna die. But you should realistically like be like third or fourth. But Calico has like, I mean, Calico is different than Drifter in that sense because like Calico you can go in first and like peel out with your ultimate, but Drifter has literally like he can't go god mode, so you gotta really like be like third or fourth in. And like if you just like shift from like a brawling to assassin mindset on Drifter, he's actually like really hard to kill because you're just like picking out targets that are isolated usually. What kind of tier list like this? I did like a ranked tier list because all I've been playing is fucking ranked. Like I have 11,000 points in Eternus, so you know, I have like no life or whatever. But Dynamo, oh my god, Dynamo is another like, bro, Dynamo is so annoying to play against. He is probably like the most annoying character ever to play against if the guy knows what buttons he's clicking. If the guy you're playing against that's on Dynamo knows to hold his ultimate for objectives, it is so fucking annoying. Like at some point in the game, like you just lose to Dynamo. Because if he just hits his buttons correctly, if you don't have the right items to respond, like Unstoppable, he kind of just like ults you all and you're just sitting there getting sucked and dying. It's kind of annoying. He's damn near like, he's just so annoying. Like, because ranked, you have the ability, like there's so much comeback mechanics in the game right now. Dynamo is so strong. The Rift and the way the just comeback gold works in general, Dynamo, as long as you hold your ults for the objective and you ult like one or two people a fight, it's almost a guaranteed win. He's just really annoying to play against. I personally haven't played Dynamo, but when I play against people that play Dynamo, is super, super annoying. If you just don't have the right things to respond. Usually Dynamo just like hard carries the game. The ability to do mid-boss whenever you want and just win the mid-boss for your team is so broken. Mid-boss right now is probably the biggest factor for heroes being in their respective tier. Abrams, Billy, Dynamo, all really strong in the mid-boss. Dynamo could be S tier, but I just don't think he's like that strong as a hero. Like without his ultimate, he's like okay. The stomps are okay. People have learned how to jump over that shit. And then yeah, Dynamo's just really, really good. I think if you're good at Dynamo, you can easily carry a game. I used to be a Dynamo one trick back in the day, chat, and I used to clip my Dynamo black holes. But this is when like Refresher was on a 90-second cooldown, and Dynamo was so fucking OP. Oh my gosh, it used to be so fun. I used to clip Dynamo black holes. I used to get like 3-4 man Dynamo black holes. I'd be like, oh my god, it used to be so fun. Hitting a big black hole is so fucking fun. And if you're like really good with the quantum entanglement, you can be a really good support too. That BBH, that big black hole, man. He is Thanos. All right, Graves. All right, chat, listen, bro. I personally have a personal hate against Graves. If you play Graves on my team in ranked, I usually flame you pretty hard. And it's just because Graves is literally a free trophy collector stack. Truly. Truly. If you play against Graves and you are Drifter or Calico or Abrams or any of these S tier heroes, it is a free trophy collector stack. Your hero is fucking dog shit. You have no mobility, no damage, no CC. Your ultimate is 100-second cooldown, and you have, if you get gone on, you have to place it, and the enemy team can still kill you through your ultimate. You have no pressure, no anything. The best thing you could do as Graves is sit under your tower, place down your ultimate, and annoy the enemies with your zombies. Graves has no catch, no CC, besides her wall, and honestly, her wall CC is pretty fucking bad. She has no ability to chase. She has no damage. She has really nothing. Graves literally exists just to rage bait your teammates, I think. I'm pretty sure Graves just exists to rage bait your teammates. What's the opposite of rage bait, chat? What's like joy bait? Yes. Graves exists to joy bait the enemies and rage bait your opponents. Obviously, if you're a bronze and you don't know how to play against a Graves, we gotta like look up a Pachi Pop YouTube video on how to beat Graves or something, guys, because I'm gonna be real, bro. If you're thinking in your head, dude, Graves is so OP, Lomein is a fucking idiot for saying Graves is in D tier, you gotta really look inward here and not outward, all right? Because I'm gonna be honest, bro, if you think Graves is good at L, that is the biggest self-explode ever. So look inward if you think that right now. If you're listening to this YouTube video and you're like, dude, Graves is OP, Lomein is a fucking idiot, gotta self-reflect. We gotta hit a self-reflection. All right, that's all I have to say about Graves. Graves is poop, needs a rework, probably needs to be deleted from the game. I'm gonna be honest, Graves really contributes nothing, bro, besides rage baiting your teammates and joy baiting the enemies. Okay, listen, chat. Nobody plays Great Talon, but I actually swear Great Talon is good, bro. It's the gun Great Talon build. I swear that's actually good. Into gun carries, Great Talon is really strong. Like, he does a shit ton of damage. He just doesn't have the ability to execute. Like, he's like a huge damage dealer, but he would never be able to like run up to somebody and 1v1 them. But in a fight, if you're able to like fly in the air, you have an active leech at all times, and you have bullet evasion, plus you do a shit ton of damage. He's actually pretty good, and his utility is good too. Like, he has like high mobility, high utility, and high damage. The problem with him is that like Great Talon just doesn't have the ability to like really get in there and kill the enemies. But he has the ability to like shoot from hella far away and do a lot of damage. And honestly, that's pretty good. And like in general, he's really hard to kill. Like, Great Talon is really fucking tanky. I'm pretty sure there was like an update that they did to Great Talon that made his like 2 super OP. Like, if I check the wiki, this like rain of arrows, there's like something where they gave it bullet evasion, and it was like really, really strong. I don't know where it is. I don't there's somewhere in here that here 30% bullet evasion. This thing right here is really, really OP, and it's because like against the gun carries like McGinnis, Venator, Warden, Mina, even Mirage, like you just avoid their bullets, and you do more damage than them. Like, he does so much damage. He's actually really strong. He's a sleeper pick. I think if more people play him and he got more popular, he'd be pretty OP. The gun version. I think Spirit is like too hard to pull off. It's too hard to like consistently hit every arrow. And it's just, but the gun version, you just pew, 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 and you just kill somebody. It's so good, in my opinion. It's like the ultimate poke machine. Like, nobody can challenge you. If somebody tries to go on you and you're in the air, you just kill them. And I don't know if you guys know this, but max tier 3 trap is like a 3-second curse. It's so good. He has really good utility. He's just hard to pull off, I think. Nobody just plays Great Talon because, I'm gonna be honest, bro, nobody enjoys playing him. It's not that fun, but whatever. Haze is pretty shit right now, I'm not gonna lie. Haze isn't as bad as Graves, but like Haze is pretty fucking bad. I'm not gonna lie. Haze is like she's just squishy. They nerfed her, bro. She had a good patch where when you daggered on tier 2, the fixation applied, but they nerfed it instantly, bro. And they like nerfed her overall like damage, and she was good for like a couple weeks. She was like A tier maybe, but like nowadays they nerf the shit. I don't know why they hate Haze, chat. Haze can never be good in this game, huh? Like, every time Haze is good, they literally instantly nerf her. It's like they give her, she might be the most like fastest balance patch character ever. It's actually like kind of sad, to be honest. I feel bad for the Haze mains out there because your hero just gets like constantly nerfed. Like, you get like a couple weeks of like Bliss, maybe like 2 weeks of Bliss max, and then Yoshi just smites you down, bro. It's actually kind of sad, to be honest, if you think about it. It's just, I mean, yeah, invisible like ult is unfun to play against, but let's think about it like from another standpoint. Like, Celeste is so OP, and that patch they just did has her basically unchanged. But like, great, I mean, like, if Haze is even slightly good, they'll literally smite her into oblivion. It's actually kind of crazy. Haze, yeah, she's just over nerfed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she's good if she's like she's either really good or really weak, and right now she's just really weak. She just doesn't have the abilities to. She just doesn't have the HP pool. I think if you like reworked Haze's HP and like took away some of her damage, she could be really good. But she's just so squishy. Like, she has the worst like HP scaling in the game, like bottom 3. At max boon, she's like 18, like 2,000 HP. It's sad, to be honest. She's just not that good. Holiday got hit pretty hard with the balance patches. Like, pre-rework Holiday with the burn or whatever she has now was like damn near A tier. Like, she was 100% A tier. But nowadays, like, Holiday's like lane got way worse in terms of the damage. She can't proc Mystic Burst in lane anymore, and she kind of just fell off pretty hard. I think she's better than Bebop in terms of like wanting them on the team because she has like hyper mobility. A character like that has hyper mobility cannot be worse than B tier. And that's just because they have the ability to soak cooldowns. Like, people will like look to kill them with their abilities, and they'll just dodge them because of the way their character works. And Holiday still has the ability to like lasso the carry and like end the game completely. It's just she just doesn't have that like solo carry ability she once had. She got like nerfed too hard, to be honest. Like, her damage has been nerfed like 4 times in a row, and that she really needed that damage to hard carry. But she used to be like the best hero in the game almost. But nowadays, she's just like a really good like pick character. She does damage over time. Like, she definitely does damage if you stack barrels onto somebody. But like, it's just no burst, no burst, no consistent DPS. Her best ability now is the lasso, when her best ability used to be the barrel. So like she's just moved away from that like hyper carry type of deal. She's just more of like a utility support character. That kind of deal. But I mean, she is very good. If you're like a holiday expert, you can definitely still carry a game. She's just hard too, to be honest. But I mean, holiday is still really good. I'd much rather have like a holiday than like a bebop because you give your teammates that movement pad and the stun pad. It's pretty good. Infernus is okay. Like he's okay right now. I'm not gonna lie. He's not OP or he's not weak. He's kind of just okay. And the reason being, he like kind of like Infernus either is really OP or he's just mid. And the reasoning is what other things are meta. Like I'm pretty sure like into really tanky like slow heroes, Infernus is really good. But when it's like a hyper mobile meta like Celeste, Mina, Apollo, Infernus just doesn't have the ability to kill those guys. Like he can't even like he can't even catch up to them. When Infernus is the most hyper mobile character in the lobby, he's OP. But when there's characters that overshadow him really hard, he's pretty weak. And that's just like how Infernus works, I think, in like the Deadlock meta. Because there's times where Infernus is really good, and that's when Chud characters are good. But right now, the hyper mobile characters are in meta, so Infernus himself is like okay. Like he's just a mid hero. Really. Like he has decent damage, and like his ult is really strong and his mobility is fine. But the problem is just like against the really strong meta right now, he just doesn't have the ability to really consistently carry, because in all honesty they just run away from him. Like Infernus, if you get afterburn by Infernus, if you're like a Celeste or Mina, you kind of like let him do it to you. Really, he like he's really good when the other like the slow Chud heroes are good, but right now it's not a slow Chud meta, so he's like okay, he's mid. He does a decent amount of damage, and if you have really good aim, maybe you can carry a fight, but he's just hard. I don't really know. I haven't really played Infernus either, but maybe I could be wrong on this one. I'm pretty sure he's just mid, though. He's pretty fucking ass. Ivy's pretty good, too. She's pretty good. Ivy's like Dynamo, where her ultimate is just like hard carries scenarios. And then, I don't even know how to describe Ivy. Ivy is weak in the early game chat, like the front lines, but her mid to late game, when she like starts flying people around, is pretty strong. In ranked in general, coordination is actually like pretty high right now in ranked. Like if you're able to coordinate a dive with your Ivy bomb, which like used to never really happen, like team fights are pretty easily won. Like if you have a front line and you like fly them in as Ivy with the damage amp and your CC and utility, it's pretty good. Like Ivy's like pretty good to execute as long as you like hit the ability. Like if you hit the bomb, the silence bomb, and you hit your stone form, it should be a guaranteed kill with whoever you fly. But honestly, the reason why Ivy might be like not that good is because her lane and her early game and like pre-15 minutes is pretty weak. Like Ivy is like pretty lackluster, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Like her lane is like she's like a tickle machine weapon, and like the kudzus are good at clearing the way, but you only have so many kudzus, really. And then like I mean, she's still really strong though. I think once like Ivy scales, she's really OP. Like once you get your max APs, your max bomb, your max kudzus, your max tether, max stoneform, I'm pretty sure is bait, but those other maxes are legit broken. And any build works for Ivy, really. Like spirit, gun, support. She's just really good. It's because of the ability to fly. Like ranked coordination with the flight is key, I think, is what makes her so strong. Because the flight is such a strong engage tool, your teammates will follow up every time, and that just like forces coordination, which like just like makes team fights really easy. Usually you just like blow some guy up instantly, and then you just win the team fight that way. And I'm pretty sure that's what makes Ivy so good. It's just like the coordination aspect of Ivy. It just like forces your teammates to really like pay attention, really, I think. And it also like fucks the enemy really bad. If the enemy isn't coordinated, if they don't have like good coordination, Ivy would just fly onto some solo guy, instantly kill them, and just like win the team fight. But yeah, Ivy's really good right now in the meta in ranked, just because of the fact that like her flight is so annoying. Like it's really oppressive to have an Ivy flying through the air, because Ivy just moves really fast, and she also carries somebody, so she can always attack somebody that's alone or whatever. And like the worse players are, the easier Ivy is, like in terms of like just like killing somebody instantly. But yeah, Ivy's pretty strong right now. I don't really have much to say for Ivy, chat, because really her best aspect is just heightened when the enemies are worse. And like her early game is bad, but like really, who really cares about a bad early game nowadays, unless your hero's like really fucking dog shit, like Graves. All right, anyways, Kelvin's pretty good right now, chat. No joke. The beam Kelvin max dome type of dealio is actually pretty good. He's like a good support, like good anchor. He's like a decent tank. He's just like the only thing Kelvin lacks really is his ability to hard carry the game. But like if you have a good team, Kelvin can be like really strong. You can provide a lot of value with his abilities. And I think that's like never can be like bad, really. I think that can like really never be bad. I'm pretty sure his like utility like puts him pretty like decently high in this somewhere. Like I'd rather have a Kelvin on my team than most of these heroes, just because like his abilities are just good. Like he just has good abilities, and he doesn't really lack in the early, mid, and late game. It's just the problem with Kelvin, he just isn't gonna like hard carry the game. It is possible if you're like really good at Kelvin and you hit like really good team domes that you can carry a game, but overall in terms of consistency, he's just like a mid hero. Like he's good, but he's not gonna like win you the game or lose you the game. But I'd much rather have him over like a Infernus, to be honest, because he just has like team healing and like stamina freeze. He's also really tanky. Like Kelvin as a body soaks a lot of damage, so he just provides value by soaking damage, to be honest. But even then, he has good utility, just healing and stamina freeze and shit. What else can I say about Kelvin, chat? Like, I don't really play the supports too much, so it's hard for me to have like a detailed analysis of the supports. But I will say, like, these heroes are good. Like, where I place them is pretty accurate, I'd say. Maybe Kelvin could be better, to be honest, chat. But honestly, like, getting your team to coordinate around the dome is not as easy as Ivy Flight, right? Like, you have to tell your teammates to play on you, or like some guys could like phase out the dome. It's like hard to coordinate around a Kelvin, really. And I think that's like what makes him so bad. Like, if you were like a hive mind and everybody on the team was a hive mind and they knew how to play with the Kelvin, and like they could all read the Kelvin's mind, and every time you got a 6-man dome that debuff remover and healed infinite, Kelvin would easily be S tier. But like in application and in practicality, it's like very difficult to have an extremely coordinated team, especially around the Kelvin, because like sometimes Kelvin could be in the air, he could be like in the back line, mid line. Like it's hard. It's just hard to play around, but he is strong though. He is really strong, I think. And it's the beam build is pretty good. Like he has like decent DPS and utility with beam build. And then Geist. I don't know if you guys know this, chat, but Geist has the worst win rate in the game. I think there's some technology here about Geist that is just poop. Like Geist, I think that nerf they did to her sucks earlier on, a couple weeks ago, kind of fucked her. She has the lowest win rate in the game with like a decent pick rate. So like that means she's just either the players playing Geist are really fucking bad, or Geist is just bad. But I'm pretty sure Geist is pretty good. Like she's definitely like, because of her win rate, I'm gonna put her high B. She has literally the worst win rate in the game, but I'm pretty sure if you're really good at Geist, she can be OP. But it's just she's hard though. Like knowing how to use her ultimate, like it could be brain dead, like your low HP swap, but sometimes it's like pretty hard to execute that, to be honest. It's like a really high skill ability, unironically. Like obviously swapping some guy that's high HP and you're low HP is not high skill, but like knowing how to like use the swap, the silence to maybe get an insta kill, or like playing around the swap is like hard. And like knowing when to like use swap in case you're like ulted or something. I don't know how to explain it, chat, but the swap is really the skill gap. It has like a low like a low skill floor, but like a really high skill ceiling. Her mobility is really bad, but I mean that's what I'm saying. It's all about the swap, chat, because you could instantly turn a fight with swap if you know how to use it correctly. Like for example, if you're like half HP and there's like a Mina or a Celeste that comes, or Mina is the best example, right? Like Mina's really good in the meta right now. She's easily S tier. And like for example, like if you're Geist and you're half HP, right, and you have silence ult on your swap, if you swap the Mina from half HP and you get her half and you silence her and she doesn't have E shift, you could literally just gun her down and instantly kill her, right, from half HP, because Mina's low HP. And you can do that for like a lot of people, like for a Calico, Apollo, like heroes that really rely on their abilities, you can instantly silence and kill them. But like a lot of people don't think like that, right? Like they'll think like, I need to be low HP and I can swap some high HP guy and put him low. But like, right, you could literally be like 75% HP and swap like a character that really needs their abilities, like Yamato, and instantly kill them, because that silence is like 3 seconds long. It's like, and you do a lot of damage, right? Like she does a lot of damage to Geist. So if you're, like, it's like all in the skill gap. The skill gap is Geist. I mean, it's all about that swap, because she has no mobility really. And then yeah, I think she's really good despite the low win rate. It's just hard to execute. She has no mobility. She has to have a lot of gold, you know. everything that points to like not being good for noobs, right? Like Geist is really not good for the noobs. If you're a noob, I'd definitely avoid Geist unless you like really like her design or something. I don't really know, but you know, high potential, like high skill ceiling, pretty low skill floor. But Lash is probably one of the best hero in the game right now, I think. Maybe. Okay, maybe not, because Celeste is like so... I mean, Celeste in ranked anyway is like so hard to kill. People just don't know how to play against the Celeste. Like, I play a lot of Celeste, and even then, when a Celeste is on the enemy team, I have no idea what to do, to be honest. She's just like really hard to play around. But Lash, chat, is easily top 3 heroes in the game because of the fact that he's one of the only few mouse 1 heroes that have high mobility. Like, we just put Geist, who objectively may have more damage than Lash with like her raw DPS if she has like Spellslinger and Berserker, in B tier, whereas Lash is in S tier, and the reason being is because of his mobility. There's no hero in the game, or not, I shouldn't say that, but the good hero, like the best heroes in the game right now, Celeste and Lash, have high mobility while being able to output consistent DPS. And this isn't accounting for the fact that Lash's ultimate is probably one of the best ults in the game in terms of just like team fighting, right? Like the stun on the Lash ult is absolutely insane. It's just like his gun, it does decent damage. Like, it doesn't do insane damage, but it does really good damage. And he's like, you can't really kill him. Like, the number 1 rule in Deadlock when it comes to damage, chat, is being alive means you do damage. Like, that is the number 1 rule about Deadlock. That's why these heroes in S are in S. Like Apollo, Doorman, Lash, Celeste have extremely high survivability. So when you combine that high survivability with consistent DPS, like their gun and their abilities and whatever, they become absolutely, like, they become the best heroes in the game, right? And in terms of Lash, he has the Flog. You should never slam, by the way. I'm talking in terms of gun Lash, chat. You should never slam. Never slam. I'm telling you, you're going to be tempted to slam when you ult. Do not slam. I'm telling you now, do not slam. Because if you slam when they're stunned in your ult and they CC you after, you die instantly, bro. I've thrown like 3 games where I've ulted and I've slammed and I get CC spammed and I instantly threw the game. Never slam. I'm telling you, bro. Literally never. Unless they're 1 HP and they're going to die to it, never slam. Always be in the air, spamming your grapples and using your stam to stay in the height and keeping yourself unkillable. Because like I said, the number 1 rule, being alive means you're doing damage. Okay. And then, what else can I say about Lash? Like, his early, mid, and late game are strong, obviously, like the rest. But I'm telling you, chat, the reason why I praise Lash so highly is because of his high mobility, which equals his high survivability. And he also does crazy good DPS, and he has a really good ultimate. What's the S tier build? Just Spirit. Apollo's just hard. Like, Apollo might be like in the same tier as Calico and Drifter because of how difficult he is. But honestly, like, if you're able to pull him off, he's really strong. Like, the way like Calico, like Apollo is not on the level of these 3, so I'll definitely pull him down. But he's just difficult to pull off. He's like definitely in this tier though. But these guys are definitely a cut above Apollo for sure, because they can absolutely carry the game all the way, whereas Apollo cannot. So I'll probably like keep these guys up here. And then McGinnis. All right, chat. Listen, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. McGinnis is still S tier, chat. Don't tell nobody I said this, but listen, McGinnis is still S tier. Nobody goes to gun build anymore. I don't know why, but that 5% DPS nerf doesn't really do anything when she's still like the top 2nd highest DPS in the game, and she still has the like all of her abilities are so strong. The turrets are easier to kill, but let me just say, chat. Like, keep this on the down low. McGinnis is still S tier. Just keep that on the down low, chat. Nobody really plays her in ranked anymore because all the McGinnis players, I don't know, like, they just fucking exploded or something. They lost all their rank when she got nerfed by like 5%. I don't really know. But McGinnis is still fucking broken, chat. Like, just max the heal instantly, you know? Just go max heal. And then, like, you know, like, controlling space with the wall is so good. And then her gun DPS is still like the strongest in the game. And you can still ward with turrets. Her ult is decent, but I would just recommend going the gun build and just like playing like a fucking gun machine. Like, you'll think to yourself, if Geist is B tier, why is McGinnis S tier? And the reason being is because McGinnis is just that broken. Like, she just is able to control, like, the wall controlling space. If you're good, if you know what you're doing, you can control space, and in a team fight, it's really strong. And like, she has no mobility, yes, but the ability to like cut off space is basically mobility. I don't know how to explain it, but the wall and how you cut space, and I'm like glazing the wall, but in reality, her other abilities are also just really strong. Like, the heal still provides 40% spear reduction, and her DPS is still like top 2 in the game. Like, I'm glazing the wall because that is the skill gap of the hero, but in reality, like all of her, like her, she's like still broken, really. My Infernus kind of low. I say he's just mid. Like he's like, it's just not a good meta for Infernus right now. Like he's good into slow chud heroes, but the slow chud heroes aren't meta right now. So like he's just not meta really. Like think of it like this: like if you're McGinnis and you see an Infernus across from you, you're gonna literally destroy that Infernus. You have a thing that spawns in 40% spirit reduction, and like you may be a slow chud, but you're just gonna like you're gonna cut off his angle of like escape with your wall, and you're just gonna literally just one clip him. You're gonna kill him instantly. She's just really, really OP. And her turrets still do a lot of damage. They're just squishier, right? So, I mean, yeah. McGinnis is probably like the #1 sleeper agent of the tier list right now because of the fact she's just not popular. But I promise you, if she was more popular, she'd be really strong. She just has like crazy high DPS. Like, and she also, like the other S tier heroes, does not lack in anything, chat. She does not lack in an early game, mid game, and late game. The worst part about McGinnis is that she has no mobility, but she covers that no mobility with her heal. Like she's able to sit in a 40% spirit reduction max HP heal. So if she's like getting gone on because of her no mobility, she has like a fucking super tank ability. Basically, she has like yeah, she just has a super tank ability that she just spawns in. It plops it on the floor. She can give it to her whole team. It's just really good. And like if you notice that the hero, like the spirit heroes are meta, and a hero that spawns in 40% spirit reduction while giving you a max percent HP heal is gonna be pretty good. Like it doesn't really matter that they moved it to the max because you're gonna max the heal anyway, right? On to Mina. Mina, like Celeste. Okay, a lot of people like don't know how to play Mina, and I think that's what people think makes her bad. The skill gap in Mina is actually knowing how to play her. People just don't know how to play Mina. I'm gonna be honest, chat. A lot of people like wonder, like, Lomein, you play Mina all day. How do you win so many games? It's because she's fucking OP. That's how. That's how. It's because Mina is literally broken. She has the most map uptime in the game because she heals off of killing things. Like in the jungle, if you go clear jungle camps, you heal and you. She's the only hero that does that, really. Besides like people that obviously have a heal, but she is the only hero that can go up to camps and basically kill them and heal. So she has the best tempo in the game. But that doesn't mean like her carry ability is bad, because her carry ability is also the best in the game. You just have to like know how to play her. She's just difficult to play. I don't even know how to explain it either. You just have to like watch like a Lomein YouTube video. Like I had a YouTube video, I played Mina, and she's pretty good. But how do I explain Mina, chat? Basically, chat, she has a low HP bar, but if you know how to like use the rake, the heal is like 1,000. Like if you have boundless, you have like 1,000 healing if you clear the little mini camp. Mid fight, you can bat away, go to a tier 1 camp, rake it, and then come back with 1,000 plus HP. And the rake is literally like a 5-second cooldown. Like you can spam it. Like, what you really need to the skill. I think the part about Mina that people don't know is that they're trying to use the rake to complete the love bite instead of opening the love bite with the rake. Like if you watch me play Mina a lot, I'll open up with rake because it's literally a 200, like it's like a 400 damage nuke. Like you're literally spawning in 400 damage every 5 seconds. You don't want to be like waiting to complete your love bite with the rake. You want to be starting the love bite with the rake, because at the end, maybe you'll get another rake. Like it's 5 seconds. You'll rake once, you're trying to proc your love bite, and your rake will be up again. So the CD is shorter while you're procking? What does that mean? Not really. But I mean, she is really difficult to play though, chat. I will say Mina is high, like very high skill ceiling, like extremely high skill ceiling. But it's very rewarding. Like she has the most, I don't know how to explain it. She has the most freedom inside of a team fight. That like she just has like the most freedom inside of a team fight. Like that's the best way I could explain it. Mina has the ability to do whatever she wants in the team fight, as long as you're keeping track of what can kill you and what can't kill you. Like if you walk into the enemy team and get slow hex and pinned by Abrams, you're gonna die instantly. But if you, for example, bat the slow hex and then I don't know, like fly above the Abrams so he can't pin you, you can like do a lot of damage. Like I don't know, it's you really just, you have to learn by example with this Mina hero. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to explain it, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. If we look at my stat locker, I had literally like a 20 game win streak on Mina. So if we like go look at my stat locker, I'm rank 1 NA or whatever, 11,000 points. But if we look, I had a streak of Mina where I literally only played Mina for forever, and I'm telling you, she's so OP. I don't even know how to explain it. She's just like, look, I played Mina for legit, like this streak of games here. I like dropped 20 kills every game for like a long time, basically. Like a 20, like 16. And I'm telling you the truth. Mina is really OP. It's just like you have to know how to play her, and I really don't know how to explain it. Like it's like extremely like game IQ oriented, and you also have to obviously have good enough aim to proc the love bite. But like you have to really understand what kills you and doesn't kill you on the enemy team comp. And I think that's the skill gap. And it's like I'm trying my best to like really like give an explanation on how, but you really just gotta learn by example. Like you gotta, you just gotta like put on the like thinking cap and just like study a VOD or something. I don't really know, but I'm telling you, Mina's OP. That's how I got Eternus, and I'm sure if you get really good at it, you can rank up easily. Like the best thing I will say, chat, is you want to be opening up with the rake. Don't greed your rake, chat. The rake is such a low cooldown that you can just use it. Like literally just use it. And if you have expansion on it, it's gonna hit more than not. And I think that's the best tip. Like you really have to just like use your one. Don't greed it because it's such a low cooldown. And I think that's the best tip I have. I think. I don't know. You really just gotta learn by example here, chat. You gotta take it from me. Mina's good. Okay, Mina's good. I promise. Mirage. Oh, chat. This is probably gonna hurt a lot of people, chat. I'm pretty sure Mirage is top of A tier, not S, and I'll explain why. So Mirage has the best early game in the game. Like Apollo and Mirage go hand in hand. Like they have the best early game. Those two are like pretty close in levels, but Mirage falls off like a fucking brick in the late game. There's items in the game that literally completely turn off Mirage in the late game. This is if you're playing gun. Like if you're playing the gun carry build, which is like the most popular build right now, he is literally just turned off in the late game. If you buy plated armor and Juggernaut on your team, he literally does no damage. I promise you, because in the late game, all of Mirage's damage is toxic bullets and like on hit effects, right? Like inhibitor, silencer, toxic bullets. His Jin's mark, even then his Jin's mark in the late game does like 800 damage when you have 5,000 HP. Like who fucking cares? You get hit by 800 damage. You also dispel it, but like he's just too easily countered into the late game where he just can't carry. Like if you don't win the game within 30 minutes on Mirage, you're gonna lose. If you're the carry, that is. Like if you're the highest net on the team and you don't win before 30 minutes, you're gonna lose because of the fact that he's so easily counterable in the late game. But I will say, for the first like 20 minutes of the game, Mirage is the best hero in the game. Which might warrant him an S tier, chat. That actually might, like, the more I think about it, like, that might really warrant you an S tier. He's just not, like, Mirage is not going to be the guy that pulls you across the finish line, is what I will say. Like, he's going to bring you to that finish line, and you're going to be right there, but you got to take, like, a large stride to, like, cross. He controls the early game like no other hero because his abilities are just so strong early. But when people start, like, obtaining, like, their higher HP boons, items, he, like, falls off, like fucking this. Like, him in the early game is up here. Him in the like late game when they have items is like all the way down here. He easily falls off from like the best hero in the game to like a fucking C tier hero because he just doesn't do damage in the late game. I'm gonna be honest. If they itemize correctly, if you itemize correctly. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's like at the highest level of play where people understand how Mirage works. But I will say probably like in anywhere but Eternus, Mirage is easily like damn near probably one of the best heroes in the game because he's just so strong. Like people have no idea what to do against him. But I mean, yeah, he's probably S tier. I'll probably keep him here. He's probably better than McGinnis in that spec because like people just don't really know how to itemize. Like when I'm telling you, if you're struggling against a Mirage late game carry, just buy plated armor, buy Juggernaut. He literally does no damage. He has no built-in fire rate. He has to like greed his items. He does no damage. His M1 build has been nerfed like literally 20 times, so you can actually counter it. So yeah, you're good. Why is Doorman S tier? You'll have to go back and watch the explanation for that one. Mirage is also the most boring champ too, I guess. Yeah, he's like very fucking boring, to be fair. He's like, pew, 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 pew. Stack my mark. Orlando! Oh, let me just TP it. He's pretty boring. So, I mean, yeah. If we like introduce like fun factor into it, he'd probably be pretty low. But I mean, I can't like, you just can't take away from his like base abilities. They're like too good. Like the bullet evasion, tornado, the inhibitor on the one. Jin's mark is decent in the early game. Like, I mean, really strong in the early game, sorry. And his teleporter is also really good. But, he falls off late game. But, I mean, it doesn't even matter, really, I guess. In the late game, probably in most ranks, he'll be really strong. Mo and Krill's chat. Listen, bro. Mo and Krill is fucking broken. Mo and Krill is fucking broken, chat. If you know what you're doing. If you have high gold on Mo and Krill and you don't let yourself lose your gold, I promise you, you will carry every single game. Mo and Krill is a literal machine, bro. He is a 6,000 HP Mach 10 moving machine. You just have to have the gold to back it up, you know? Like, he's very gold heavy. You need a lot of items on him to succeed, and you need to be able to know what you're doing. I will say he's like difficult to like, you would think like, oh, you just click 4, stun me and combo, but really he actually is like pretty like decently difficult. Like he does require a lot of, like, I would say, game sense over mechanics, but you really need to understand how to keep your high net worth high. If you were the highest net worth in the lobby as Mo and Krill, you will guarantee carry the game. But being that high level of net on Mo is hard because, again, like for example, Abrams and Billy, you don't really have like a lane exclusive to yourself. You have to like learn how to scavenge for gold and like keep your net high by like snowballing with plays constantly, and that's just hard to do. That requires a lot of game sense and like knowing how to make a play and when to make a play to succeed, right? And I think that's the skill gap on Mo. But even then, he's still pretty brain dead. Like, if you're bad at Mo, you still have crazy value. You can just combo their Celeste, combo their Lash with like a Warp Stone, Phantom Strike, or whatever, and like instantly win the team fight for your team. And just tank 6,000 damage with like a 60% bullet reduction burrow. But I promise you, if you like actually like learn how to play a more carry-esque style on Mo, you will easily carry your games. He's just so OP. And especially into like worser players, like in like the middle ranks and lower ranks, he will have a lot of value just because of the fact that he has 6,000 health, really. And then like he does a lot of damage, really. You just gotta know what you're doing. You gotta realize that you're a tank that is a cooldown based hero, so you need to be playing like a cooldown based hero. And you need to be like playing with gold when you don't have your ultimate, really. And I would recommend, if you like are into like the Mo and the Calico, really learn how to use the tunnels. The tunnels can easily produce you over like 15% of your gold every game on these tunneling heroes if you just know how to use them. So if you do really like them, I would highly recommend to learn to know what you're doing. Dude, Paige is actually pretty good, chat. I don't play supports, so I'm not the most informed, like I said, but I will say like Paige has probably one of the best lanes in the game. Like her early game with her, like, she has really strong mouse ones. Like her like auto attacks are like really, really strong. And honestly, as long as you're like buying the right items on Paige, I think you can have crazy value. She's like a really good like anti carry. Like she's really good at like buying the items that execute the really like the carries inside of the game. But I mean, again, I don't really play like supports in general in Deadlock are at least B tier. Like supports are just so strong because they have the ability to literally build fucking tooth like nails and fucking, I don't know. They can really build whatever they want and still be strong because their base abilities are so good. It's just the biggest problem with Paige is that she's just a chud. Like Paige is a bucket 3 like slow ass hero that kind of just like, if targeted by the assassins, blows up instantly. But even then, like you still have utility for yourself. She's just like, I think she's hard to play, maybe. I don't know. Paige is hard to play, I think. I don't really know. Again, I don't really play the support too much, so I'm not going to have the most informed opinion. But I play, like, in, like, the highest levels of lobbies, and honestly, Pages are really fucking annoying. Like, a good Page will be able to, like, carry your early game, and, like, in the late game, if they don't play it well, like, if they play it well, they can provide a lot of value with the ult. But I will say, Page is very easily killable. Like, a lot of people don't realize Deadlock at its core is a MOBA, but in the game, when you're team fighting, it's like a team shooter. Like Deadlock at its core is a team shooter and a MOBA combined. And if you guys know, in popular team shooters like Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, who do you target first in a team fight? You target the support. But people in Deadlock don't really have that unlocked just yet. Like, people don't realize that supports need to die first, because if they are surviving inside of the team fight, they will hard carry the fight. The utility they provide is too OP to not target first. And people don't realize that. Even in, like, Eternus, in the highest levels of play, even sometimes in pro play, people will not target the support. And if you know, in other team shooters like Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, if the support stays alive the whole time, the team fight is literally like 10x harder. And that's just the same case for Deadlock. But even so, more so in Deadlock, because supports in this game are genuinely like really strong. Like their base abilities are strong. It's just like they just can't carry the game because they're a support. But like if you have a good team and you have a good support behind that team becomes great. And like you really need to like people need to recognize to take out the support first. That was like more not so like in the tier list thing, but that was like a general gameplay tip thing. And then yeah. So Paige really good if, you know, she's not targeted. But even then, like a support just can't be bad. I don't really have too much to say because I don't play her a lot, or I don't play her at all really. But I do know playing against her, she is like pretty strong. If you're not like if you're like leaving her to survive, like if you don't, if like I usually play a lot of like Mina and like the assassins, and if I'm not like killing her, she just provides a lot of value. Paradox. Paradox is really fucking good right now. The Carbine build is low-key OP. Low-key. I think she's better than like most of these guys, I think. I'd much rather have like a... Actually, that's not true. She's probably like down here. Like Dynamo's probably lower. And she's like here. The front lines are definitely like pretty strong. Definitely like have it like this, man. Probably like something like this. It's probably more accurate. I probably like have it like this. And then like maybe she's like above here. And like Drifter's on the bottom here. I think it's better. Maybe like here. Okay, it's like Paradox with the Carbine build does like a 1500 damage nuke every like 5 seconds. And she still has the utility of the silence wall and the mass swap, right? Paradox, like there's been a new build that's like popped up recently, the Carbine build, and I promise you it's so it's not super OP, but it is really good. Like it's really, really strong. Like if you have that on your team, and I don't know if you guys know this, but this is unironically the like soft counter to like Mina and Celeste and Lash, because if you snipe them in the air for like 1500 damage and slow them, they like it's much harder for them to play. Like Paradox is a really, really, really good counter into Celeste because it stops Celeste from like flying through the air basically because of the time stop on her Carbine. And if you swap any of these heroes like the Mina, the Lash, the Celeste into the ground, into your silence wall where they're 50% movement slowed, they're gonna die, right? So Paradox is a really good like answer to these like high mobility carries right now. And I think, yeah, that's what I think, really. It's like my duo refers to Paradox as a sniper monkey, and that's what she really is. Like you are a sniper monkey in the back. If you ever played Balloon TD6, you are shitting on the Moabs, but you're just in the back, hung, hung, hung. And that's like how it is. Like she's not like a go in with the bombs anymore. She's more of like in the back line, gun. She's like a backline carry. I would describe her as like Widowmaker. No, not like Widowmaker. I mean, yes, Widowmaker with the Carbine, but like you still have the ability to like swap the enemy into your entire team and do like 10% HP, you know? And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, she's like Great Talon if Great Talon Spirit was actually good. Yes, she's basically the chattier, cooler, older brother of Great Talon, in my opinion. But that's just because Great Talon is just like Spirit Great Talon anyway is just not that good, really. She just has like way more utility with the silence walls, the amps, and everything. She has also high mobility, decent HP pool, good early, mid, and late game. Like Paradox is another hero that is good early, mid, and late. Like I'm telling you, if you're a hero that's good early, mid, and late, you're not a weak hero. Pocket. Whew, chat. Once again, Pocket. S tier. I feel like every time I make a tier list, it's been multiple months. I even took a break of like 2 months of not making a tier list. Pocket is still one of the best heroes in the game. Nothing's really changed at all about Pocket. Let's go look at the Pocket nerfs, chat. Let's go look at the Pocket nerfs together and realize Pocket is still top 3 heroes in the game. So if I look at the Pocket update history, like Doorman, Pocket has been nerfed legit fucking a billion times. Okay, Pocket has been nerfed a billion times. Okay, you guys might think Pocket, like we've only looked at Pocket in Doorman's wiki, but let's look at like a normal hero, like Abrams or something. Like if you're OP, you kind of get like one-shotted by nerfs like kind of fast, if that makes sense. Like, look, if you look at this, like there's not much change logs, right? Like there's maybe once like a month, maybe, if you're like really OP. And Abrams is an OP hero, right? And there's like once a month. So if we look at Pocket, Pocket has been spam nerfed multiple times a month and is still a top 3 hero in the game. And the reason being is because there's no hero that does this much damage, has this much survivability, has this much utility in terms of their only utility being anti-heal, right? Pocket's only ability is that they have crazy good anti-heal, and that's all you really need. Like, look at this. Multiple times a month, May 30th, multiple times, July, multiple times, June, multiple times, and they are still the best character in the game. If you watch Do play Pocket, it's like he's hacking. It's literally hacking. I'm serious. You never die. It's impossible. In his build, Dude's build, it says you should never die here. And unironically, you never die. Like in the team fights you lose, you live till the very end because your teammates just die before you. And you're literally pumping like hundreds of thousands of damage. It's so good. It's just the thing about Pocket is just Pocket's hard to play. But if you know how to play Pocket and you're like a Pocket one trick, it's easily so goated. It's so OP. If like Do and like all those like Pocket one tricks didn't exist, Pocket would definitely be lower because honestly, they are pretty hard to play. It's like it's not I'm telling you chat, it's not lit playing against a good Pocket, bro. It's not lit at all. They go into their satchel that lasts 4 seconds and then they come out, then E shift, and then out of their E shift they majestic leap and then they just leave, and then they go into the satchel again, and then they TP again, and then they afflict me, and I can't heal. I take 10,000 damage to the ability that makes me can't heal. They amp their damage. Their gun does fucking so much. Bro, I complain about Pocket the same way every time because Pocket is just too good. All right? Really. That's it. That's my rant. Pocket is OP. Also, Pocket strong early, mid, and late game. Obviously, like Pocket's lane is kind of weak, but honestly, if you hit the abilities, Pocket's not that weak. Like they have a 500 damage burst in 2 seconds, and they can kite away. You just gotta like. The best way to shut down a Pocket is to shut them down in the early game and like stuff their gold. But honestly, it's hard to do that because they just have so much survivability. But all right, Rem. Rem is really good right now. I think. Actually, I know Rem is really good right now. Rem is just hard. Rem's healing right now with like, if you look at the heroes, like the tanks are really okay. I said Infernus is good into the slow chud heroes, and like it kind of is shaping up to be a slow chud hero, but honestly, Billy, Abrams, and Mo have crazy fucking mobility. Like I'm in like a slow chud hero I'm referring to is like Venator Bebop, like Venator Bebop Geist. What's another Victor, like those type of slow chud heroes, which I mean, guys, there's only like 5 of them, so I mean, yeah, whatever. But you guys may whatever. But okay, I got kind of distracted. Rem, again, I don't play a lot of support, but I know for a fact Rem is OP because of the fact that Rem is a scaling champion and every game is going like 30 to 40 minutes easily, and like Rem just has like basically, bro, Rem heals a lot and that's it. Rem heals a lot, has a good ultimate. Lane isn't bad. Mid game isn't bad. Has good mid boss secure. Good in those rift fights. Like rift fighting is everything right now in the meta. Like grouping up as 6 people in the rift is everything right now. And having the ability to heal your teammates while they're fighting is just so broken. Like it's just so broken. I honestly maybe yeah. It's just so broken. It's just the problem with Rem is that you cannot obviously like damage carry the game. If you have a shitty team, you're gonna lose. But the chances you have a shitty team every game is pretty low. Like you'll easily be able to carry your shitters. Like support in Deadlock is OP because if you play it correctly and you recognize who's the weak link on your team, you can just support them. Like if you have a guy that's feeding his brains out, but unintentionally, obviously, you can just support that guy so he doesn't feed his brains out. Like you could just heal him, you could give him shields, you could rescue beam him, and you could prevent him from feeding. Support is like the only role that could really do that. Like if my Mirage is buying rescue beam to prevent my tank from feeding, like that's like I'm gonna lose the game. But if my Rem is gonna rescue beam my tank from feeding and heal him up after my tank soaks all those cooldowns, that's really OP, right? And support is really the only role that could do that. So that's why I highly praise supports because it's just so strong. And honestly, if you let a Rem like if Rem gets more than 1 proc of his tag along in a fight, it's almost impossible to lose. Like seriously, like your team could literally be fucking dog shit, and you heal them twice in 1 fight. I promise you, I'm pretty sure you're gonna win the fight because it's just like, bro, it's so broken. You're literally giving your teammates an extra HP bar, and if you do it more than once in a fight, it's just so OP. Like when I if you guys like know anything about me, I play like mainly tanks in comp. And I've realized in the past few weeks that when I play tank, it's literally like the game is 20x harder if I don't have a support. Because what happens is you go in, you take the enemy's like cooldowns, like you eat all their shit, and then you're just 1 HP. But if you eat all of their cooldowns and have a Rem on your team, and the Rem heals you after you eat the cooldowns, you can go in and keep fighting. Like it's so broken. But usually like in like, if you don't have one, you just take all the cooldowns and you're forced to like either die or just run away. And it's like really, really good. Yeah, I don't really play a lot of support on Rem, but I just know healing's OP in Deadlock. And again, like, healing's OP. That's it. The Fall of the King, chat. This is one of the first patches where Shiv actually fell below A tier. Is that not crazy, chat? Like, I'm pretty sure Shiv is worse than every single support in the game. Maybe not. I mean, yeah. Shiv has fell from grace for sure. He's been over nerfed like a lot. Like, I think they forgot to like buff him when they like changed some of his shit. But yeah, Shiv is just really nerfed. You need to be really good at Shiv to have any like decent value, and also his abilities are kind of lackluster nowadays. Like, the biggest change I think that nerfed Shiv to Oblivion was making slowing hex stop his right click. I think that was the change that really like put the nail in the coffin, because like at least if you didn't do damage on Shiv, you could run in and like tank a shit ton of abilities, because like you could just rage bait with your right click. Like, you would go in and tank a shit ton of abilities and like at least have value that way. But nowadays you get slow hex, you go in, you die instantly. Like, and then like his execute is strong, but I say this a lot, chat, when I talk about Shiv, is that you need to have them low HP to execute them. Shiv doesn't have the ability to get multiple people low HP. You have the ability to maybe get one guy low HP if he doesn't have Dispel Magic. But, like, what about the other 5 people on the enemy team? And if you're slow hex, it's literally GG, by the way. If you get slow hex as Shiv, it's literally, like, chopping both your legs off, and, like, it's GG, basically. Like, if you're the best player in the lobby and you're playing Shiv, you'll only get, like, maximum bottom, like, mid A tier value. So, like, on average, like, he's, like, middle of B tier. Like, he's barely better than like these heroes, because of the simple fact that at least he's tanky. Honestly, Holiday's probably better than this guy, because Holiday is like tanky in a different way, right? Thank you, Mr. Dolphin, for the prime, Doc. Appreciate you. Yeah, Shiv, you have to work really hard to like barely get good value. And compare that to like another hero like Abrams, where all you have to do is just pin some guy into the wall. You know, you guys know me as like the Shiv guy, the Shiv main, whatever, the Shiv expert. I'm telling you, bro, Shiv, our boy has fallen. But chat, if you guys have looked at my Twitter and looked at the leaks I retweeted, Shiv is supposedly back. In the next major update, Shiv is supposedly Thanos, or he's like back or something, supposedly. So, patch waiting room for our boy. Anyways, okay, boom, 7, chat. Where do I play 7? There's not a lot of good 7 players in high rank, but I know in like the lower ranks that 7 is like a fucking monster. But I mean, I don't know, chat. Like 7 is like all right. Like the only 7 in Eternus is Parzelian, and like literally, it's like, bro. Even then, like I'm pretty sure he doesn't win that many games in 7. Like 7 just can't be that good. 7 is like 7 has to be like around Geist, maybe. I don't know. Like, maybe, I don't know. 7's like here, probably. He's just like a utility bot. Like, he buys all the shred items, and like his ultimate is really strong. I will say, chat, if you're a noob and you play ult 7, it'll probably be your highest win rate character, because ult 7 is actually really OP against people that have no idea what they're doing. But as you get better at the game and you realize not only is there counter items that prevent, like, people will be like, but he has unstoppable and indomitable. You could just hide from the 7 ult. Like, if 7 pops the ultimate, just stop the fight and run away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he has to be in the open, flying in the air, so you could just go hide and then just stop the fight. Like, there's no need to fight to the death every time there's a 7 ult flying in the air. You're gonna lose every time, right? But I think that's like lower rank players really don't do that. But like, if you watch like higher level play, if a 7 ults in the air, will literally just like run away and stop fighting. Like, you just stop the fight, literally just run. It means like that's what you can do. It's easy. But besides his ult, his other abilities are kind of lackluster. Like, he has a good shred ability on his 3, and the stun is okay. But the biggest problem with 7 is that he has no mobility. Characters that have no mobility inherently, unless they're like over-tuned as fuck, are gonna be weak. Like the Bebop, the 7, the Geist. Like, unless they're extremely overtuned, their maximum level is just gonna be B tier, because they have no mobility. Like, the heroes in A tier, like the only one that has like that is up here that really doesn't have crazy mobility is Drifter. But even then, he does, because like his Blood Scent provides move speed, his ultimate provides crazy moves. Like, characters that in Deadlock where the movement skill gap ceiling is so high just aren't that good, you know? And right now, 7 is just like, he's just a noob slayer. He kind of is like really good against the noobs. And I will say max ult is really strong. Even in high rank, max ult is really strong, because like, if you don't know how to properly reset out of it, which is a hard mechanic to do, like a hard like gameplay skill, it will provide a lot of value. And every time I have a noob that plays 7 in my lobbies, I always tell them to max the ult second, because it will always have value. Like, I know I said, oh, just hide, duh, but like unironically, it is like, when you do hide, the enemy team is able to do whatever they want, right? So it is like really strong. His ultimate is just so strong that he kind of has to survive in B tier, I guess. All right. That's I don't play a lot of 7, but I do know 7 has inherent value. He will always be B tier with his ultimate, at least. Silver, she's pretty butt. I mean, Silver is just hard hero, chat. Like, Silver is a hard mechanical hero that honestly doesn't even have that much value. Like, I feel like Silver is like really strong early game and really strong mid game, but there's just something about Silver that like makes her like fucking like not carry the game. And it's because she's a high net user, but she's hard to get gold on. Like, unlike Apollo, Calico, unlike Apollo and Drifter, which are like kind of her similarities, like where they're like brawling characters, she needs a lot of fucking gold. Like, Silver, if you do not have the items to respond to the enemy's bullshit, you kind of just die instantly. Like, if you don't have the gold to acquire yourself your defensive and your damage items, you kind of don't do anything. Even if you turn into a wolf, you just die anyway. And like in a high mobility meta like Lash, Celeste, Mina, you need like a lot of items to respond. Like, you need to be able to have Warp Stone, Phantom Strike. You also need to have Slowing Hex, damage items. Like, there's just too much items that you need and not a lot of gold that you can acquire on this hero. Like, maybe if you're the highest like player net in the lobby every game, you can have crazy good value on Silver, but it's just not like consistent. It's just not consistent. And then like in a meta where you have these high mobility champions, she just isn't going to do good into her. Like, what the hell is a Silver going to do about a Lash grappling above her, shooting her? Like, she's going to fucking look in the air with her shotgun and shoot him for like 1,000 damage. And then he's going to be flying in the air, shooting her for fucking 10,000. Thank you, Nosh, for the prompt, though. Thank you, bro. But I mean, Silver is really strong, though. I will say, like, if you fight into a Silver, like if Silver is able to get her hands onto you, she's gonna fuck you up. Like, honestly, like if Silver's gonna be able to cast all of her abilities and proc her wolf form and spam all the abilities onto you, she's gonna fuck you up. But honestly, the meta is pointing towards like you can just run away from Silver. Seriously, like if she doesn't have the net to respond, like she doesn't have the items like Warp Stone, Phantom Strike, Slowing Hex, whatever, you can just run away from her, really. And that's just me. That just makes her mid. Honestly, she's a little bit better than Shiv. She's a little bit better than Holiday, in my opinion. If you're like, if like, nah, maybe not worse than Holiday. Maybe these supports are too high, chat, but I don't really know. I'm pretty sure, like, Silver isn't bad to have on the team, but she's just like, I would much rather have something else that's like more consistent, really. Like, if you have a really good player on Silver, maybe they can carry the game. But like, if a really good player was on something else, they'd easily carry the game, in my opinion. She's just not like the meta is not favoring her right now. She is good though, chat. Like, if something changes about the meta, Silver could easily propel herself back into like A tier, I think. No, I know. It's just like not like in the same way that Infernus is not meta, Silver is also not meta. She's just not good into like these like hyper mobility champions. And like she's like these front lines are like too tanky for her to really take them out, and they can run away from her, really. Sinclair's pretty good right now, chat. No joke. I think he's really good, but again, he's just really hard. Like, Sinclair's like a hard character to pull off, but I think he's good. Like, his bunnies are really OP, and supposedly, chat, in the next patch, Sinclair is one of the best heroes in the game. He's like apparently super broken. He got like reworked in like a future patch or something, and he's supposedly supposed to be OP. Supposedly. I don't really know how true that merit holds, but I mean, maybe. Right now he's still really strong though. He's just hard to play. Any build works on him. I think the Spirit build, the ult build, it like provides value, especially now, chat. I say this a lot about Sinclair, that if there was a draft, he'd be really good. Especially now, he might be like bottom of A, to be honest, depending on how good you are at him. But like now you have the ability to swap into Sinclair if you see the enemy's team comp, right? Like they added swapping. Like they added, if you see a Dynamo, Lash, Pocket, Lash on the enemy team, swap to Sinclair. Like you have 4 god tier ultimates you can take. Like Sinclair is really like one of the few answers to Ultimax Abrams, and like he's just really good. Like it's just the problem with Sinclair is he's a hard executing hero. Like it's hard to consistently execute on Sinclair, but if you're able to like have the same impact on Sinclair every game, he's very, very strong. Like if you're good at him is what I'm saying, but he's just hard to be good at, really. He's just really, really difficult. Like his gun is awkward, his bolts are awkward, the bunny is awkward, stealing ults is awkward, everything about him is awkward. But that's the thing you can overcome if you become good enough at him, right? But like the bunnies are broken, really. Let's think about it. And then like with how like draft works now, you can swap and get crazy good ultimates. So he just has good value, I think, in my opinion. He's like OP though. According to Fishcock Nitro, Sinclair's first ban in Night Shift. Deathy said that, by the way, chat. YouTube. Deathy is the one that just said that. So yeah, so the big Deathy is saying he's OP. But anyways, Venator's probably top of B tier. The problem with Venator, no mobility champion, and he's not that overtuned enough right now. Like, Venator has always been a really OP hero, but right now he's not overtuned enough to like really like be that strong. Honestly, chat, I've been playing a lot of Warden recently, and I'm pretty sure Warden is better than like Venator. He's pretty good actually, but I mean, I don't know. He's definitely better than Geist, I think. Or is he? I don't know, bro. Venator and Geist, I feel like, are on the same level. It's because I play the hyper mobile characters that I really don't suffer against the fucking Venator. Like my characters, like I would just spam all the super high mobility characters, so 99% of the time Venator can't even fucking like touch me. But I mean, I don't really know, chat. Just know, like, where would I find a good gun McGinnis build? No idea. I don't play McGinnis, but probably like just search up gun and probably be there. But Venator, he's just too much of a chud, man. Like a bucket 3, like, chud, bro. And I feel like he's so abusable. Like, you have to play so well on Venator to have a lot of value. Like, for example, if a Paradox looks to swap you in the side lane, or a Mo looks to combo you, or Abrams looks to CC you, or Billy looks to CC you, you're gonna die instantly. There's really nothing you could do. It doesn't matter like how much damage you do to them if they have another teammate. Like, for example, in a 2 versus 2, if Venator gets gone on and all the abilities are dumped into the Venator, there's really nothing he can do, really. As long as he doesn't like shotgun them into the wall and disrupt their abilities, like, I mean, which he can do actually. I don't know, chat. I've never been impressed by a Venator, let's say. Like, I've never been carried by a Venator, and a Venator has never carried against me. But that could just be personal experience, and I could be wrong about the Venator. But really, he's just mid, bro. I swear. I know he's definitely stronger than most heroes. Like, I know as a fact, because his base kit is so good. But I've never, like, really felt a Venator in my games. Like, Venator is just like another body, but he's definitely a strong hero because of the fact that he's just a better body than most. Like, I don't really know, chat, because, like, he is definitely good. Like, Venator is definitely good, but I've just never felt the impact of a Venator, right? It's like it's not even like a, I don't know. I just don't even know how to explain it. Like, really, in most of my games, Venator really doesn't do that well. Like, if I just, like, look through, maybe. Like, maybe if I look like this game or something. I played against a Venator or no? I don't know. All right. Well, basically, chat, what I'm saying is Venator could definitely be in a higher tier, but through personal experience, I just never really, I don't know. Venator's so overrated? I don't know if he is. I don't know. Like, I really don't know about Venator. Venator is subject to change, but, like, whatever. Victor in ranked right now, chat, is actually really strong. Victor is the best noob slayer, I think, in the game. I'm pretty sure if you have no idea what's happening and you play against a Victor that, like, has a lot of gold, he's gonna, like, ruin your whole day. Like, he's like the ultimate noob champion too. Like, in my like Eternus lobbies or whatever, if the noob is on Victor and he's high gold, he's gonna carry just because of the fact that he has 2 lives. Like, Victor having 2 lives and just, like, having such crazy, like, survivability is, like, extremely underrated, I think. And also, he just does a shit ton of damage. Like, Victor, if you, like, get fucking fucked by him, he does a lot of damage. But in general, I think right now in the current meta, heroes that are bodies, basically people that stay alive for a while, are gonna be really good. Because right now, the current objectives are mid-boss and Rift. Those are the 2 most important objectives in the game, right? Walkers are, like, kind of whatever. But the best heroes on the Rift and the best heroes on the mid-boss are always going to be high in the tier. And I think that's why Venator suffers. Because Venator, inside of a mid-boss / like, Rift fight, isn't really that good. Because if you focus him down, he can easily die. But, like, whereas if you, like, focus down somebody on, like, the A tiers, like, they have, like, answers, right? I mean, Drifter is the only one that doesn't really have an answer to being focused, which honestly might put him in B tier, but I think, like, he's just good. I don't know. I like Drifter, so I'll put him A tier. But really, like, characters, like, look at the other heroes, like, they excel in, like, hyper survivability, right? And I think that's really the difference in what makes a really good ranked hero right now. Because, yeah, I think, like, the longer the number one rule, like I said, being alive means doing damage, and doing damage means winning team fights. And characters that stay alive for a long time, such as Victor, will obviously be good, I think. And then like Victor, even if you don't have a shit ton of gold, is like still pretty OP. Like he just has 2 lives. And like fighting in a circle where you explode in a circle is pretty OP. Like mid boss he excels, Rift he excels. The only thing he doesn't excel at is like chasing down high mobility heroes. But not every hero on the team is going to be high mobility, so Victor will always have value against those heroes. Like he's like the god of the chuds, really. And I think that like holds weight, in which I think I'd put him in A tier. Gun or Spirit? Victor? In my opinion, Spirit. I think Spirit is really strong. I think that LARP about like Gun being better in the early game is not even true, by the way. You just have to be like really good at Victor. Like I played a couple games of Victor, and I think it's really good. I mean, I don't know if you got people agree with me or not, but in my opinion, Victor is like really good right now. Shiv and Silver have sustain? No. Yes, they do, but they don't have sustain in like they don't have that next level sustain. Like they're like level 1 sustain. The people in A tier are like level 3, in my opinion. Unless they're just like OP, really. Like Paradox is just like she doesn't have sustain, but like Paradox is not a frontliner, right? But like in terms of like frontlining, like Victor, Abrams, Mo, Billy are on a different level of frontlining than Silver and Shiv. So in that, if you just keep that in mind, they're obviously going to be in a higher tier, right? Just because you have sustain doesn't mean it's on the same level as other heroes, right? Like a Victor is like 3x harder to kill than a Shiv. Like the items you have to build against Victor are much more challenging. Like Shiv is answered by Slowing Hex and Debuff Remover. For Victor, you have to have Spirit Armor, Dispel Magic, Curse, Silencer, Crippling. Like it's just a different level, you know? And you know, it is what it is. Everyone S tier is immortal? Yeah, they kind of are. Yeah, they kind of are, really, yeah. Lash, Pocket, Celeste, Doorman, Mina, Mirage, McGinnis have extremely high survivability, yes. Yes, they do. Vindicta, oh, my girl has fallen, chat. I remember I made the last tier list, chat, and I said Vindicta was so OP. I don't know what the fuck happened. These hyper mobility characters became meta, and they just fucking shit on her in the air, man. They ruined my fucking champion, bro. I used to love playing this hero, bro. I can't even play this shit anymore without instantly losing, bro. It's actually impossible, bro. Like, these hyper mobility characters just mog you so fucking hard in the air. Like, if they buy metal skin, like Lash buys metal skin, it just literally obliterates you in the air, bro. It's kind of sad. She's just so outclassed in the air. Like, you would think Vindicta the Flyer would be, like, dominating the airspace, but you have fucking Lash and Celeste and Mina, the fucking no flying abilities dominating the air. She, like, don't get me wrong, Vindicta has crazy high damage and really good utility, but I think right now she's just so exploited in the meta. Like, she's just too exploited. Like, in a team fight, if you're focused down by these flying meta heroes, you're just gonna die. It's kind of sad. I, like, really, like, was glazing Vindicta, too. Like, if you watch my previous tier list or whatever, I was really, really glazing her. But she fell off a cliff, bro. The meta is just not forgiving for her, to be honest, bro. Fries in the bag, bro. You do a lot of damage, but you die really fast. And there's not really, like, items you can buy into it anymore. Because you're not... I don't know what happened, bro. You're just, like, not that compy anymore, I guess. Really. Yeah, Lash is, like... No, Lash is the king of the sky. Not because he does a lot of damage, but because, like, he's just really the king of the sky. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. He does do a lot of damage, though. Sorry, I should have said that. But, Viscous. Oh, Viscous. All right, chat, listen, bro. The goo ball is S tier. I'm going to keep it real, chat. If you don't think Viscous is S tier, it's a self-explose. Probably because you aren't playing people that are good enough at it. I don't know how to explain it, chat, but if I don't have a support in my... Viscous is the best support in the game, is the best way I would put it. Viscous is the best support in the game because of the fact that he has the most damage in the game while having one of the best supporting abilities in the game. And I think that itself is just broken. But what really makes Viscous OP is the fact that he just does it all. Like, there's nothing that Viscous really lacks in. Like, he has hypermobility because of his punches. He has tankiness because of his ball. He has support because of his cube. And he has damage because of his splatter. And also with the Express Shot, Mystic Shot build that I made, he also has extremely high consistent damage inside of his gun, right? So he isn't really lacking in anything. If you watch me play Viscous and I have a good duo, we'll literally just 2v6 the game, because what I'll do is I'll literally just hard pocket my carry, and while also doing like the same amount of damage as him, while tanking for him, while like flying around the map. It's just, he just has too much to not be S tier, in my opinion. Anyways, the worst part about Viscous is pre-max splatter and pre-express shot. But even then, it's not even that bad. Like, his lane is not that bad. I'm pretty sure, like, his lane is pretty good. Like, you aren't gonna, like, hard lose a lane ever on Viscous because his abilities are, like, strong. Right? And like, this is like Mina. It's hard to explain. Like, I just explained why I think Viscous is S tier, but like, if you haven't played against a good Viscous, or you don't think Viscous is S tier yourself, it really is like a C type of thing. Like, you have to like see it for yourself. But I promise you, if you like see what the character is capable of, you'll easily think this character is so fucking OP. But yeah. So that's about what I have for Viscous. Besides, like, let me think some more. Just know, chat, he's really strong, and he's really fun, too. Like, Viscous is fun as fuck, chat. Like, splattering everybody, punching people with your shit, flying around the map is also super fun. I don't know. But he is the best support in the game. If you want to be a support main and carry games yourself, Viscous is where it's at. Like, unlike Rem, where Rem doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, Viscous does do that crazy amount of damage. And also, he tanks because of his ball. And also, he has displacement because of his punches. And also, he does a lot of damage. Like, it's fun. Like, it's just fun. He doesn't really lack anything, chat. I think Viscous is really OP. Yeah, that's my opinion. Viper, A tier. Okay. I have a theory, chat, that in ranked, if you are a hyper mobility, like, I mean, Viper is a hyper mobility character, right? She has like 6 stamina bars, and if you buy Stamina Mastery, you have like 9, right? And so with that rule, she's automatically A tier, right? With that rule, she's automatically A tier. But or like automatically higher than B's. I mean, automatically in B, right? But what also Viper excels at is her high DPS, and also the fact that, yeah, just her high DPS, really. Like, and also she has good mid boss secure. I think I haven't been talking about in this tier list video is mid boss secure. Like, mid boss secure, being able to like secure your team, the mid boss is extremely important right now in the meta, because the 2 objectives are Rift and mid boss. So like, Viper has one of the best secures in the game, really, with the multi bola. You just like bola everybody and punch the crystal. But Viper is one of the few characters in the game that is able to answer to hypermobility flyers. And you'd be thinking, like, what? What does that even mean? Viper is fucking stuck on the floor and they're flying in the air. If you have... I should say this better, but... Basically, Viper has enough DPS where if she is able to shoot at these hypermobility characters for, like, 2 seconds, she can kill them. But that's like a skill matchup thing, right? Like, if you're able to force like these flyers to not be able to fly and like cast on them for 2 seconds, then you can kill them because she has enough DPS. Unlike other heroes, Viper has the DPS enough to be able to actually punish the flying heroes for being on the ground for like 2 seconds. There's no other hero, I think, that has enough DPS, maybe Vindicta, but that has enough DPS to like punish them landing. Like, when Mina isn't flying in the air and is like no bats, like Celeste is on the ground. Like, I mean, I think Viper is probably one of the best Celeste counters because of the fact that she just has so much raw DPS to kill the Celeste. And I think that's just really underrated right now. And also, Viper scales like crazy, and she has hyper mobility to be able to scale. I don't like really play a lot of Viper, but playing against it on the heroes that fly, like, if I make one mistake, the Viper would just instantly kill me, really. And I think that's like A tier value. And also, like, Viper just is able to carry the game with mid boss secure and high damage. And also, Viper doesn't really lack in the early game, the mid game, or the late game. She's strong in all 3 categories, which I think makes her A tier. Yeah. All right, Warden. Listen, chat. Warden. I've been playing Warden today. I played 6 games of Warden. I won all 6. Average played 6 games of Warden. He won all 6. Leffa played 6 games of Warden. Won all 6. There is something in here, chat. There is something in here. And you may be thinking, isn't Warden a chud that just stands there and dies like Venator? No, bro. No, he's not. His willpower plus Surge of Power combination makes it so that he has 14 move speed. So he's literally moving at literally Mach 10 speed. And then he has really good DPS. Like, you just have to have a lot of gold on him. And he's also, like, the highest health boon in the game. And, like, I swear, it's good. I swear. Listen, if you haven't played Warden and you haven't had high net on Warden, use the Renan build. Use the Renan build, whatever. Renan, whatever his name is. Use that build. Make sure to put Surge of Power onto your 2. Come back to me if it doesn't work, bro. I swear there's some technology here. His DPS is actually pretty high. As long as you have and he has like unlimited ammo with the Mercurial Magnum. And he has high HP. And he's not a chud because of the willpower. But I swear there's some technology here. He may not actually be better than these guys. But from experience, from playing Warden and playing against these other heroes, I think Warden's better than him. This one I could be iffy about, but I swear he could be fucking crazy. Renan actually solved Warden by putting Surge of Power on the 2, by the way. But I don't know if you guys know this, but Max 2 Warden has like 50% debuff resist. Plus 14% move speed. So you could literally run around a circle and kill somebody instantly. It's he's like a crazy good DPS checker if you have the gold too. Warden is strong, chat. I'm telling you. Believe me, bro. I mean, like, Venator and Geist could be stronger, but I swear from personal experience, Warden is the fucking GOAT right now. He has crazy good move speed. He's actually really good. I mean, like, I can just check my profile. Look, I played him today. Look, chat. I'm like winning every game. Like, I didn't do too good these games either. But, like, again, about the body thing and be able to soak damage, like, Warden is one of the best at that. Like, you know, he's, like, pretty good. Okay, they didn't catch on my Warden games, but I played 5 today. I, like, won all of them. But, anyways, I swear there's some technology here. Come back to me if I was wrong. But I swear there's something here. And he's definitely better than Venator. Because if you think about it, in the 1v1 matchup, Warden will beat Venator every time. And I'll explain why. Warden is the best 1v1er into gun heroes because he has his flask takes away minus 50% gun damage. So, like, into Viper... Oh, actually, Warden is way better than Viper, actually. Warden's actually better than these guys up here. Because these heroes that rely on their gun to do damage... Honestly, he's, like, right here. Like, he absolutely mogs them in the 1v1. He literally turns off their damage. Like, into Viper, Warden, Geist... Like, anything that relies on gun damage, he mogs them so fucking hard. Even McGinnis, to be honest. But, like, McGinnis is just, like, way more OP than him. And for, honestly, like, bro, I'm thinking Warden is legit fucking broken, bro. Low key. But I think that's a conversation for another story. Or, like, whatever. There is some elite technology here. If you're Warden 1v1ing in the side lane, you should win. Because his, like, minus 50% is goated. But anyways, you're just going to take my word for this one on the Warden. I could be wrong, but I think I'm not. Anyways. All right, Wraith. People will be surprised. Like, Wraith is the elo potion. Like, if you are the best person in the game, the only character that can produce wins consistently besides Pocket is probably Wraith. I mean, like, the thing about Wraith is it's the best character if you're the best player in the lobby. Maybe. Actually, that's not true. It's not the best character, but it's one of the best. Like, Pocket's probably the best character if you're the best player in the lobby. But I should try something like this. Maybe. Probably like that. I just think Wraith in ranked, at least, is just, like, too goated, bro. Like, Wraith is the elo potion, chat. Like, Wraith is the first elo potion. When this ranked mode came out and I was grinding in the early stages to get to Eternus, I was one-tricking Wraith. Because I felt as if there was no other hero that can produce a win in these situations besides Wraith. There's no hero that does this amount of damage output besides Viper. Like, you would think to yourself, Viper has more DPS than Wraith, but the difference is Viper has to take front-loaded damage. Like, Viper has to go in close range to do damage, whereas Wraith has the ability to at least, like, play medium to long range to do damage, right? Like, her card's a nuke, obviously. So that's the difference between these two. And they do the same level of DPS. And also, Wraith has, like, one of the best mobility abilities in the game. She has, like, a 12-second teleport that teleports her 50 meters and gives her, like a 1000 HP barrier, or, like, a 500 HP barrier, or whatever. And her ultimate is, like, a guaranteed kill, right? She's just, like, the perfect ranked hero. Like, if you're good at Wraith and you, like, are able to know what to do, you can get a kill every time with your ultimate and just snowball your game forward, right? And that's, like, the skill gap on Wraith, I think. And, like, let's be honest, if Wraith is the highest net in the game, she is fucking your shit up. So that's really my opinion. Yeah, and she literally one-shots objectives, yes. But I mean, yeah, Wraith is really strong right now. Yeah, Wraith is really strong right now, basically. In ranked, anyway. In ranked. I think she's really, really good. And I think it shows, let's be honest, chat. Wraith, in your lobbies, if she's fed, you lost. Or, like, you have to, like, use your utmost full power to shut down the Wraith. You have to buy Curse. You have to Curse for, like, 3 times. Like, it's too much, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Wraith is just really strong. Highest DPS in the game by far. And I will say she is difficult, chat. Wraith is difficult in the terms of you have to know how to snowball your game. So the way I would explain it is that if you have no gold on Wraith, you are very, like, you do a lot of damage, but you're easily killable. But if you have a lot of gold on Wraith, you do a lot of damage and you're very hard to kill. So that's like the benefit of having gold on Wraith. And then what else? Yeah, so that's it. So just don't, as long as you Wraith is OP, man. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Like I'm struggling to find the words because I'm really hungry, to be honest. But you know, Wraith is good. Wraith is good. If you pick Wraith and you're good at Wraith, you'll win a lot of games. He's S tier. Yamato. Yamato is somewhere in B tier here. Yamato, she's just okay. Everybody that complains of max grapple is just a self-explode. 99% of heroes, or like most, like 70% of heroes just like absolutely mog Yamato if she grapples onto them. Like, think of it like this, right? If Yamato grapples onto McGinnis, Wraith, Viscus, Mirage, Mina, these guys, she's going to get mogged. If they're even net, full HP, she's going to get mogged. I will say Yamato is very good at executing low HP targets and killing people that do not have cooldowns. Think of all the times that Yamato has chased you across the map with her grapples. Were you not low HP and were you not no cooldowns, right? She is very, very good at doing that, but there's like very, very few times where you get grappled on by Yamato and you absolutely don't just destroy her in the 1v1. Because in reality, Yamato is actually pretty fucking weak. And also, if Yamato has no ult, she's literally a free kill. I'm really hungry, so it's hard for me to explain Yamato right now. But basically, chat, Yamato is good early, mid, and late. But the biggest problem with Yamato is that she's so reliant on her ultimate, and sometimes you just do not have the ultimate, and you're easily exploited without the ultimate. I will say, if you are really good at Yamato, you could have crazy good value. She's not a bad hero at all. Like B tier, I should like rephrase these like honestly, like this is like elo maximum gain, right? Elo maximum gain. I think this tier list is fucking goated. I think in my okay, if I were to be honest, chat, Doorman is not a super elixir. Like, Doorman is a strong elo potion, but I think he's too hard to be a super elixir. Like, these super elixir champions are, you play them and you are low-key winning the game. Like, you have like a much more favored scenario towards yourself. And low-key, I think Warden's in that elixir category, but that's for another time. I think also Viper's in that elixir category. Like, if I were to like make the tier list based off of elo maximum gain super elixir instead of like S, A, B, C, D, I would like move this around. What about Mirage then? Yeah, Mirage is a elo elixir. He's a elo elixir. He's like definitely like, he's like probably here. I mean, no, he's definitely here, right? Like, if I were to like make this more about the elixir, I would think, bro, Warden is a fucking elixir. I'm not trolling. He is Thanos. But I don't think he's like Thanos in like comp play, though. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea, bro. But, bro, chat, listen. I'm the highest rated player in North America by literally like 4,000 points, okay? I'm literally, if we look at the leaderboard, I mog literally everybody in North America by a lot. By like a lot. Okay? Look. Closest guy behind me is 2,000 points away. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about with this fucking shit, all right? I know what I'm talking about, all right? So just take it from me, all right? Anyways, that was for my credibility in case you guys doubted me about the super elo elixir game. All right. Anyways, if I were to reformat this tier list about elixirs and shit, I would like put Viper here. Viper super elixir. Victor super elixir. Nah, Victor's like a strong elo potion, but like higher. And then like, nah, Viper could be like down here. This is valid though.